we're trying to build a balanced network of partners. Selfishly, that's good for Laravel, but that's good for our partners. We think that's good for everybody because we believe Laravel is the best way to build and deploy applications. But the bigger Laravel gets, the more we can contribute back into open source.
Thank you so much for your time.
Really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex.
It was fun, yeah.
That was awesome.
Welcome.
Laravel recently introduced a new partner program. What challenges were you trying to solve with it?
Yeah, the partner program's been around for almost 10 years, 9 years at this point. And as Laravel grows, we want the partner program to grow with us. So we have two things that we are really focused on this year, but every year. But two things we focused on, we wanted to kind of make sure the partner program is optimized for. One is we're trying to grow the number of people using Laravel. We're trying to expand the ecosystem. Selfishly, that's good for Laravel, but that's good for our partners. We think that's good for everybody because we believe Laravel is the best way to build and deploy applications. And so we wanted to build a partner program that would allow us to both have a good representation of partners around the world, growing the number of people using the program, while also having a smaller number of partners, a lot of partners that we've been working with for a long time, like Byte5, who are experienced, we know how to work with them, and we're gonna, wherever possible, try to work with our partners to get more folks, especially more enterprises, using Laravel Cloud. So we've got this partner program that does two things, and we think it actually really nicely plays into each other. Laravel's growing. Selfishly, we think that's good, but the bigger Laravel gets, the more we can contribute back into open source. We've expanded the open source team. Today, we saw Joe and Wendell both on the open source team presenting here. We get to expand the open source team. We get to contribute to the community, which then gets to grow the community, which then just keeps going and going. So that's what Laravel is trying to do, and that's what we're trying to have the partner program reflect.
I totally agree on the point that the Laravel is the most amazing technology to work with. So
I'd love to hear that.
We are on the same side here.
Yes.
So what do you think, what differentiates this partner program from previous community or sponsorship initiatives Laravel made?
I think the biggest thing is just that initially the partner program started as a way for a handful of agencies to support Laravel when it was much smaller. I think when it started, Laravel was 2 people. It was Taylor and 1 other person. And so it started as a way for really great agencies to contribute to the health of Laravel. And of course, Laravel featured those agencies, and we sort of worked together. Laravel's a bigger company now. We're 100 people, so we're not massive, but we're much bigger than we used to be. And so I think for us, it's just making sure that now that we have the resources to focus on partners a little bit more, now that we have just the capability internally to have people who can liaison with the partners and make sure they're successful, make sure we're successful, we can just kind of focus differently in a way. We're trying to make it so that it truly is more of a back and forth partnership, right? We met this week for the first time in person, but we've been chatting over Slack for quite a bit since I started last year. So we're trying to make that more of a two-way street.
I think it was an awesome journey so far.
Great, thank you. Glad
feedback.
to hear that.
You mentioned earlier that this isn't an open program, so it's limited.
That's
so
right.
Can you explain this to me?
Sure, yeah. So we're trying to build a balanced network of partners. Balanced meaning balanced across the world. So we want to make sure that we have good representation in eventually every place, but ideally places where we know people are using Laravel, make sure we have partners available to work with customers there who need help. Also balanced in terms of what they can do. So some partners specialize in certain technologies or certain industries. Balanced in terms of size. So some people like working with a small agency or a medium size, right? So we're trying to build this balanced network. But what we're trying to not do is just have a form on a website that says come join, because we vet all of our agencies. We do research, we check references, we get to know them. We want to make sure that if we say they're a partner, that we can put our name behind it, that we can, validate that they're doing good work. And so we are intentionally being selective. We will grow the program over time as Laravel grows, but we're trying to make sure that anybody we say is a Laravel partner is truly doing excellent work.
I think that's totally something which builds trust, of course, for all the partner program.
Of course, and that's also part of it too, is longstanding partners like Byte5, it's valuable to say that you're a Laravel partner. And if all of a sudden I let 500 agencies in the program, it not only doesn't mean the same thing, but even just if we do that, the signal we're sending, how could I possibly validate 500 agencies in that scenario? But there's only so many people that you can truly get to know and validate and work with in a short period of time. So
okay, and how does the partner network strengthen the enterprise positioning of Laravel?
As we now really have products that are not just able to be used in the enterprise, right? So Forge has been used by enterprises in a surprising number of cases. Vapor was used in certain enterprise capacities. Nightwatch, of course, is used by enterprises, but with cloud and also private cloud now, we have a product that is really well suited for small to medium-sized businesses all the way up to enterprise. And the more complex these installations get, the more sort of sophisticated or even sort of specific that the needs that companies have, the more it is so incredibly valuable to be able to work with trusted partners. Areas of expertise. Obviously, when we have someone in Germany who is, or in your area, who's interested, we're looking at Bi5, but even just in general, because obviously you work with customers throughout. But it lets Laravel do a lot more without having to hire hundreds or thousands of people, right? We get to work with our partners. Our partners benefit. We benefit. Everybody benefits. And the people who are trying to use Laravel in the enterprise benefit as well from your expertise, from all the work that you have done over the years. They don't have to do it themselves.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So we are really proud to be a part of the program. What's in your opinion, your opinion on Byte5 as a partner?
Byte5 has been fantastic to work with since I joined Laravel, but I'm not new to Laravel. I've been around the community since 2014. Byte5 was one of the early partners. It's a company that is made up of people who are serious, who are doing good work, who care about what their customers need, who know how to deliver. We have full confidence in Byte5 whenever we refer someone or when we talk to somebody about work that they need done. And it's just incredibly valuable to have a company like Byte5 who started supporting Laravel early on and continues to support us to today.
And hopefully this will continue for many years.
Absolutely, that is the goal.
Thank you very much,
Yes,
Dave.
thank you so much.